Jai Radhamadhava.
Every single day, millions of us wake up, hit the ground running, and dive straight into the current. We are all rushing toward the exact same target: happiness. To get there, we try a little bit of everything. We chase the weekend parties, we seek the next adrenaline rush, or we put our heads down and climb the corporate ladder. Despite all that motion, burnout and dissatisfaction are at all-time highs. Perhaps our exhaustion is simply the result of running in the wrong direction. The ancient text known as the Mahabharata makes a humbling observation about human behavior. It points out that our core daily drives, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, are identical to those of animals in the wild. We often point to our smartphones, skyscrapers, and medical advancements as proof of our superiority. But upgrading survival functions with advanced tools just makes us highly sophisticated animals, executing the same biological routines with microwaves and gated communities. The distinguishing feature of the human operating system is our capacity to ask why. We are the only creatures equipped to inquire about higher principles, the purpose of our existence, and the mechanics of life and death. Ignoring that specific, higher-level intelligence traps us. We lock our consciousness into a purely biological loop of mere survival, running an animalistic race until the clock runs out. To break out of that loop, we have to look at what the Bhagavad-gita calls the modes of material nature. These act as invisible operating systems that drive our behavior. Two of these modes are responsible for our modern crisis. Tamas, or ignorance, is a heavy, lethargic state marked by depression and laziness. Above that is rajas, or passion, the erratic frequency of cutthroat ambition and constant anxiety. This chart shows the reality of the target state, known as Sattva, or goodness. Harvard University research demonstrates that practices like mantra meditation shift brainwaves out of the anxious rajas state and into a smooth, rhythmic alpha wave pattern. Lasting peace only becomes possible when we consciously shift our internal focus away from passion and ignorance toward this state of goodness. The Katha Upanishad offers a mechanical blueprint for this internal struggle, known as the Chariot analogy. In this model, the physical body is the vehicle. Your senses, your cravings and impulses, act as the engine block. Your mind is the steering mechanism, and your intelligence is the driver meant to hold the wheel. Deep within the heart region sits the passenger, the soul, watching the entire experience unfold on a monitor. Most modern lives are the result of a mechanical failure. The senses are running wild on the fuel of passion, while the internal driver has fallen asleep. The machine itself is effectively dictating the direction of our lives. Self-mastery requires waking that driver up. When intelligence takes hold of the steering column, we regain control of the vehicle to finally serve the soul inside. Waking the driver is a step-by-step process we call the 5S framework. It begins with soul, realizing your identity exists beyond the machine, and supreme, acknowledging the designer behind the cosmic manifestation. We then look to scriptures as the operating manuals for life, which provide solutions for real-world problems like chronic stress and lack of purpose. The fifth tool is sound vibration, specifically the Maha Mantra, a method used to bypass the noise of the mind and connect directly with the soul. This bar chart reflects data from Dr. David Brian Wolf's research, which illustrates a sharp, measurable drop in stress and depression for those who chant. George Harrison described this as a way to enter your own internal temple and calm the mind. This framework provides a clear method for elevating human consciousness, offering a reliable path toward the mental clarity that modern life so often obscures. Applying these steps leads to a state of mastery known as the Raja Rishi, or the noble visionary leader. A Raja Rishi engages dynamically in the world. You retain your drive, but that energy is anchored by a sense of clarity and purpose. The alternative is a return to the biological loop. Without inquiring about these higher truths, we remain trapped in the repetitive cycle of animal forms, and the clock simply resets. Winning the game of life means uncovering our original identity and navigating the chariot back to its source. The board is set. How will you play it?
Quiet space is where my soul begins to wake. My inner temple, calm and still, I steer the chariot of my will.